Ah,
Welcome back to podcast Times.
we're
I don't know what
here.
episode it is.
I don't. Should I check?
Maybe. But
I'm
it's
gonna
been a
check.
while and we're
Do
back
an
after
intro. I'll
school,
check.
in sports, in school. We're back
So much school.
better than ever.
Maybe.
Yeah. Finally
Wait.
finished APs, you know
Keep
what I'm saying?
keep introing. I need to find the.
Okay. Anyway, well, I figure out what episode we have a couple announcements. Da, 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 da.
Oh wow,
I'll just start with a
17.
run up to
That's
17. All right.
that's far. I feel
And
I don't
this
remember
is
filming that many.
it's June, and last time we did one, I think was February, March, and we left off on the second to last episode of WandaVision. So we're gonna finish that up and give our
It
thoughts.
was 3 months ago.
Yeah. So we have a lot of thoughts. Clearly, we have a lot of episodes, a lot of things we've watched over the course of that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
A
lot of
couple
things to
announcements.
catch up on. Yeah, so we are going to maybe move the podcast to in person if we find a good room and like we can get
Oh,
our
is it in
mics and
gallery?
everything. Yeah, it is in gallery. I didn't mess it up
We're
this
good
time.
though.
I know. Yeah, we're gonna maybe move because like COVID's like dying. It's like a good time. We initially did Zoom. I feel like just for like convenience, kind of. Um, yeah, but like now, we have the time to like drive to each other's houses or wherever we're gonna put the room, and like I think it's just gonna be better if we move it. And then we also are considering changing the name because we just came up with that in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. We
Actually less. Honestly, I
probably
was
left,
just like, "What's the name?" And then you spat something out, and I wrote that. So
and it worked because we just want something to talk about. But now, moving more official. Who knows? Maybe we'll make merch because merch is fun. Because
merch
Cameron
is great and it's free. I guess I didn't know that was a thing,
kind of is, but not really. Yeah. Yeah.
but we don't get money, so
Yeah.
it's
But
fine.
yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right, so that's it, and we'll continue having guests and just DM us or message us if you want to be on it because
Yeah,
guests are
Instagram,
fun.
TikTok. We'll plug it at the end of the video probably.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up again.
This is probably gonna be a short one, just
Yeah,
covering
yeah.
WandaVision.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, this is just an episode review still, and kind of the show as a whole. And even though there's been time off, that's almost like a positive because we've had more time to sit with it, more thoughts, and
I hate it more.
yeah, it's not a bad show by any means. It's not. It's still MCU. But before we even get into anything or any specifics about the episode, because I know there's been a lot said about it. I know a lot of people love it. Some people didn't like it at all. It's fine, but we talk about this all the time. And before I get into it, just like Marvel has made movies, and this was their first series. And we're gonna do Falcon and Winter Soldier soon, but both of these shows so far, it feels like they've taken a movie and they've gone bah, 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 and they've just
Yeah.
split it up into segments. And the issue with this finale is it just feels like the final battle of a movie, and there's just no satisfaction. It's just like one thing after another thrown at you for like 40 minutes. So yeah,
Oh, it's late now. Yeah, I agree. I think they just haven't done a show before. I mean, I guess if you count like the other Marvel shows on Netflix, but those aren't really like MCU.
yeah,
Well, they are, but also aren't. Like, whatever. It's another topic. But yeah, they just haven't done an official show before, and I feel like they didn't really know what they were doing, and you could kind of tell they started off. I feel like WandaVision started off pretty strong, like with the mystery aspect, and like you didn't really know what was happening. It
mhm,
was kind of interesting to see like the end game told from like a different perspective and just like all these things. And then by the end, it kind of just like it resorted to like the classic MCU formula.
mhm.
Like it was just like bad villain fights with bad villain with similar powers fights a hero. And it was
I
just like
mean,
there was no depth, I feel like.
that was the issue with it. Is the pull of the show was that like the intrigue and the mystery behind it. And Ethan said it when he said the build up and the journey was better than the payoff, and he was right because the whole like we talked about this in the other episodes, and the whole idea behind the show and what makes it good is um, you know the payoff like that, how
Yeah.
satisfying the answers are to it are what make the show good. And people were saying, oh, you set unrealistic expectations, da, 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 and that's what made it bad. No, like we set expectations based off the questions you raised, and when you don't deliver with a good answer, it affects how we perceive the show,
Yeah,
moving
it's
forward.
just it's hard because like I don't know. It's like if Marvel wants to follow their formula, they're gonna make a good movie. Like it's not, or like a good show, I guess in this case. Like it's not gonna be bad most of the time. It's gonna be pretty all right. But like it just feels like all the movies that are like pretty average,
Mhm.
they always like I feel like they start off strong, but the end they kind of die just because they like it's just always like it's they have the same powers. And it's like
Mhm.
there's no depth to the villain. I
That's
guess
the big
Agatha kind of did, but like not. I
yeah, no,
mean, I don't know.
no.
And it's just like Hulk or Incredible Hulk. I mean, that movie's bad, but Iron Man, uh, Thor, that also bad. Whatever, but like, um, I just feel like they didn't know how to write an ending to the show, and it really showed by the end. And like the more I think about the ending, it's like that's the only part I remember now, and
Mhm.
it's like I don't like the show. I do,
I
but it's like
know.
it
The
less.
rest just isn't as memorable. Like, if you rewatch, all you're gonna have in your mind is, like, the answer to each thing, and, like, this was the one show, I'll give it credit, like, I liked WandaVision more than Falcon Winter Soldier just because like, every week was like, you would anticipate the next release because you wanted answers to your questions and da 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 da, but
Yeah.
now that we know them, it's just not as, like, interesting.
Can we
And
can we talk about how accurate we were? Just want to
yeah,
point that
dude.
out. Just want to.
Yeah, dude, I rewatched our, like, episode reviews of each one, and oh my like, we hit almost everything. We barely
Yeah,
missed a beat. Like, it is actually really scary how accurate we were with a lot of it.
just
And
insane.
I'm not trying to brag because I already have, but we were so good with the Mephisto stuff because as each episode came on, they're like, "It's Mephisto, it's Mephisto, it's Mephisto." And it's come to the point where now, like, Loki came out 2 days ago from the filming of this, they had to come out and say Mephisto won't be in this because in that Loki episode, they showed the devil. They knew people were gonna
Yeah,
go
they do.
nuts.
Yeah,
Like,
I
uh,
saw that scene. I was like, dude, oh no.
it's dude, but I don't know, not praising us, but man, we are the best.
Yeah, yeah,
I
we
don't know.
were just like spot on with everything, pretty much.
We said people. I don't know if it's the comics or like the layoff of the MCU
It's
for a year and a half, but people get so excited with all this stuff, and we look at it with the realistic like lens. And I don't know. I'm not. We're not like God.
MCU fans are like really gone crazy,
They're just
just like
excited,
over.
like not
It's
toxic.
like I yeah, they're not. It's just like well, I mean, Falcon Winter Soldier. We'll talk about toxic, but like
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was bad. That was
I
bad.
don't even know how that happened. But
No,
yeah, we'll talk about the episode when we actually film it. Um, but yeah, they're just like crazed. Like they're like, I don't know what's happening. Like I don't remember this kind of hype around the movies.
no,
Like,
there
well,
wasn't.
okay, well they
And
were like excited, but it wasn't this.
it was a different type of excitement. This is
Yeah,
not. This is just like craziness. But I mean, you'll notice with this finale, a lot of what we're talking about is like the grand scheme of things as a whole, because there's just not that much to talk about for the actual finale. Like all that happened is like that. The best part was the setup, how they set up Monica and the Skrulls for another project, Wanda for Doctor Strange 2, and White Vision's just off in somewhere. But like,
he's
yeah,
the power broker.
he's the power broker. No, the actual episode just doesn't like hold that much. And Ralph Boner was whatever. I don't
That
know.
was funny.
That was
I'm just glad that they wrote off the chance of a multiverse with just a penis joke. That was hilarious.
It's like why like if you're a writer, you're just thinking, "Oh, we're gonna fool these fans, right?" Like you're just diabolical. Like, what is the point of that other than like pleasing yourself?
Like, yeah, that was the one thing that we were probably wrong about. I think we all figured that he was gonna be a connection somehow to the X-Men universe. Cause like, why wouldn't it be? Like
Yeah,
that I
no,
feel like yeah, but yeah,
dude. But
whatever.
what does Evan Peters think of that? They called him back and they're like, "Yeah, you're just gonna fake being the character you've been for so long."
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't even know. It's
Kind of
weird.
weird. I don't know. I just don't. It's we'll talk about more. Like we keep on talking about more in Falcon Winter Soldier, but it's because these shows have parallels with their structure. It's just like finally we've seen episode one of Loki, and I don't want to jinx it because I don't want this to happen again. But the hopeful thing is they're setting up something that looks intriguing, and that's kind of what
Mm,
WandaVision did at the start. But they're making it look like it's going to have more of an impact, and it won't be as like beat for beat as a movie. So
yeah. I feel like the one thing, at least like you were worried about, and I guess like, oh, I kind of was too. Like, well,
yeah,
Loki coming back. I just
mhm,
want to touch on Loki because like
yeah,
the first episode was good, but I feel like he can't, like, right? Like he has to die.
yeah.
Like the way they set it up is like he cannot, but I don't know. We'll see.
You come in. I'm talking
Hi,
about WandaVision.
Cameron. Cameron, what are your thoughts on White Vision?
He's not black.
That's true.
Wow, that's
Okay.
controversial. Anyway, I don't think he'll come back. Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about that more in the Loki.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing as like Vision because I thought he wouldn't come back. I thought he'd do one and done.
Yeah,
Kind
that's
of made it
true.
seem like that. Now
That's
he's
true.
floating around somewhere we don't know. So
Yeah, and I just feel like there's just so many like holes in the finale. Like ignoring the fact like that the whole thing is like a 30-minute fight scene. Like I don't know if this is like a normal thing because I know we were confused about it and like other people that we know were confused about it, but like I haven't seen it talked about in social media. But like, where is Agatha? I'm so confused
I
because she
guess
was
she's
like,
just dead. The pitch meeting like actually made me think about it, where she's literally just trapped in that world, but now that world got like
yeah,
extinguished.
I'm so confused.
Just dead, I guess.
Like, yeah,
And
I don't.
I don't really understand still what they were setting up with like her being a witch from the Salem witch trials and Wanda being the Scarlet Witch.
I think they're just like making a comic book connection and finally like giving her because I don't think she was called by the Scarlet Witch. Yeah, she wasn't until like that point. So I guess it was just like a reference. I don't know. Yeah, and then there's the whole thing with them dying, but then also probably coming back. It's like uh,
Yeah.
what? And then there's Hayward, and he is. Oof.
Oh my god. What a
Hey,
horribly written character.
I just want to say that from the beginning, I was like, Sword is probably maybe bad, and then we saw Hayward go like was weird in like the episode before that was like the like recap kind
Yeah,
of like
flashback
of
one,
how
but
Wanda did everything,
yeah.
and he was like off, like it was just like he was like egging her on kind of,
Yeah.
and then he tried shooting kids.
Yeah.
It was
Like
just like
how
wow.
that is so unlike Marvel though. Like not only was he like we've seen characters that are written they're just evil. He wasn't evil. He was normal and then just all of a sudden he's just like horrible person. Um I don't know. Like he's bad, yes, but like I don't know who you're rooting for because people were like pulling for Wanda and they're big fans, but why? She's like
Yeah, I
clearly
know. It's like
such a villain.
they try to write off what she did. Like I
Yeah,
don't there was like that one scene where all the people in the town were like, "Oh, please free us," whatever, and she's like,
yeah,
"No, no, you're fine. You're
yeah.
good." I was like, "What?"
So they're clearly trying to tell you like what she's doing is wrong, but then like
And then Monica's like, "No, they'll never understand."
yeah,
It's
but
like,
then she's like
"Well,
then
I
she goes and
well,
runs away.
I don't."
It just the
And then
show didn't like know what it wanted to be. It
yeah,
it just kind of went back on itself too
and
much.
then just like White Vision just runs, like goes away. And I thought he was coming back for the episode, and I just forgot he was ever there because he just left.
Oh, I forgot that was my favorite part is his battle with Vision.
That
Like
was
the
the only good part of
philosophical
the finale. Yeah,
that was
the
good just
battle,
because
the shipping
that
of
was the draw of the show is like the knowledge part, not the smart part, whatever.
yeah, I like
Uh,
that part. And then it was that was it.
and the rune thing, like what does that even mean? Like that wasn't really a setup thing. They're like, oh, only
Okay,
the witch who uses her runes and she like makes runes around them. Like what does that mean?
well, it was just like it's just like WandaVision. I mean, not WandaVision. Agatha, just like runes, and then Wanda used that.
I guess.
It was just like I don't know.
Like it was a random callback. It felt like because I felt like it was just draw. Like they made it sound like it was a
Yeah,
major theme throughout it, but I was like, no.
yeah, I don't know. It was good.
Because when Captain Marvel did that type of thing where she like stands up for herself and they show her flashbacks throughout her whole youth,
I want
at
to
least
talk
that was
about that movie.
no, I know, but at least that was a theme throughout the movie, or yeah, throughout the movie. There was no theme throughout the show. Like her character defining moment was being like, "Oh, look at me, I'm in my rune cave." I don't know.
It was good. It was her learning how to become the Scarlet Witch.
So as a whole, like, what is like, how do you even continue that into Doctor Strange 2? Like, what is Wanda even going to be? I don't understand.
Evil? I don't. Is she the villain? Who? I don't know. Like I feel like
Clearly,
she's gonna
maybe
do everything in her power to get her kids back. You know. So
they're
I
not
feel like
even
that.
real.
Well, I,
Actually, maybe they are because Hayward shot at them. I actually don't know, but I don't know.
um. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
I
I'm
just
definitely not offended by the show, and I don't like hate it, but I don't know.
And then like there's like the whole thing with Marvel saying like you don't need to watch these. Like what? You
Yeah, I
definitely
saw that.
do, I
No,
feel like.
dude, that's weird because at the same time, like, look at Falcon Winter Soldier. You clearly do need to watch that because it
Yeah,
has.
it's like they've introduced like 5 new characters in each show that are
Yeah,
gonna
so
be
you
like
do need to
important.
watch them.
And
It's
it's like
bizarre.
what do you mean? Like there's gonna be white like you're just gonna accept that White Vision there with no you just
You know, it's so
like
cool.
okay.
It would be super awesome if they just flashed back every movie to these shows and just showed like
No, that'd
complete
be
movies.
great. I
That'd be
hope they
awesome.
I hope. Yep.
Yeah,
I don't know. I forgot to time this episode, so I don't know where we're at, but it's probably around like 10 minutes.
I think it's around 15 or so. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't know what to say because it was just there's not that much to analyze in this episode. It's literally them just shooting CGI at each other. So
Yeah,
I
it
don't.
is. And as far as like making guesses for the future, there's not much to say other than that they're going to be in future projects.
Yeah, Monica. Well, the theory that Monica and Evan Peters was gonna be in a X-Men, that's out the window.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
gone.
don't. So I don't know what she's gonna do. And then White Vision is somewhere.
If you're
Wanda is
Marvel,
in a shed or a house. I don't. She's there's like 10 of her or something. It's weird.
the issue with this, I don't know if we're being too hard or critical, but Marvel will keep doing this. Like Danny said this, and he was kind of right to some extent. He's like, not that they're getting lazy. He didn't phrase it like that, but he's like, they know they can just put out anything, and the fans, and he's right. Like,
Yeah.
literally, look at the like reception from this series. Like, everyone loved it. People wanted a season 2 for some. Like, look at how much people loved it. Like, why would they not keep cranking out stuff like
One
this?
in
And
episode
they're
10.
not lazy, but yeah, I don't know.
I just okay, it's not like they didn't put effort into the show. I just don't think they know what they're doing. And for a first try for a Marvel show, I feel like it wasn't bad.
No, for sure not.
Yeah, I think it was a good, solid foundation. And like, I guess they didn't really have time to learn from it for Falcon and Winter Soldier because that was pretty much. I think it was done filming at that point, right? I would
It,
assume.
Yeah, they had like a couple episodes that, and they're trying to say like, oh, we didn't get to put our like entire
Yeah,
crew
I don't
idea.
know.
But no, they were pretty much done.
Yeah, and so I just feel like maybe in future shows they'll like learn from their mistakes. Hopefully in Loki, I don't know. Loki, I just feel like they can't mess it up. The premise of the show is so good. Like I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like this is like I was excited for WandaVision, but like this one I'm like genuinely excited for.
Yeah,
Falcon Winter Soldier is just like I knew it was already gonna happen. Like it wasn't you're trying to predict anything. Like it was kind of obvious.
and like especially with WandaVision, we could do like episodic like reviews for each one because there was stuff to like talk about and hypothesize for the future. So Falcon Winter Soldier, even if we were
I
podcasting,
literally don't remember what happens in like each individual. Like I remember the plots of like
I know
WandaVision
what you're
episodes.
talking about. Even with Loki though, like I don't know if we're gonna be like maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the props
Falcon
I
Winter
have for one.
Soldier. Falcon Winter Soldier literally feels like 2 movies. Just like that's all.
Yeah.
Like it's just like two. Just like what big thing. It's okay. Yeah. I don't know. I just. I don't. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's.
Do we end this one here and then begin a new one for Falcon Winter Soldier, or do we just?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what else to talk about for WandaVision. It's like there's not really predictions we can make. We pretty much covered everything in the episode that we could. And like as a series as a whole, like I feel like it was good.
Yeah.
Not great. Like pretty average. I feel like
Yeah.
maybe
I think it's better than Falcon Winter Soldier. It's
6
definitely
somehow.
close. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like close because like I was gonna say Falcon Winter Soldier is better, but the finale was kind of weak.
I see a trend.
So yeah, I don't know. They're pretty even.
Yeah.
WandaVision definitely had the potential to be better. I don't. Falcon Winter Soldier didn't really because it was just gonna be an action show. Like
Yeah,
from the
Falcon Winter
beginning.
Soldier.
That's
Should
I was
we
expecting.
segue into Falcon Winter Soldier so we're talking about it?
Well, okay. I think we should end it. Like just
Okay, well, let's end it.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. I'm gonna plug and everything.
You get a jacket.
If you enjoyed the episode, go follow us on Instagram at Podcast Times. Maybe that'll change soon. If it does, we'll let you know as soon as possible, like what we change the name to, whatever. And then TikTok is the same at Podcast Time or at Podcast _time_times. for Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, subscribe if you like this episode. You want to see more. We're probably going to talk about more Marvel stuff. We're going to talk about Avatar stuff. We're going to talk about
The
Star Wars
sequels?
stuff. Well, maybe.
We have to.
I'm kidding. We will, but like I don't want to. Then we have to get Danny on the episode, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
We should
we
get
should
other.
get Thomas too.
Yeah.
We should just get
Yeah,
two
yeah.
just
Bramer,
completely
'cause
different. And Bramer. Bramer's just in the middle, but
Can we
like
just
not.
can we just not
even
talk
close.
on that one? We just invite people to just sit there in silence and watch.
I would like to see Thomas and Danny argue about whether the prequels or the sequels are better.
It'd be
And
violent.
we can, yeah, it would. Oh, oof.
All right.
Thomas, if you're watching this, you should come on the podcast
Yeah.
and fight Danny. Okay. I think that's it. So yeah, subscribe, like the video, follow Instagram, TikTok. Yeah. We're gonna change the name, maybe be in person. Let you know. Okay. Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. How do I stop?